Hey guys, what's going on? Mike the Caveman Kuhn here again from Paleo Promenade Island, MikeTheCaveman.com. And today's question is, what is the best coconut oil to use? Now, coconut oil got a bad rap for a long time because it is predominantly, in fact 90% saturated fat. Now, when we were in the saturated fat scare, that was a big deal. No, don't use coconut oil because it's going to raise your blood cholesterol and it's going to be bad. But now that we're starting to move away from that mindset and we're starting to understand that no, fat does not equal heart disease, it's finally starting to get the respect it deserves. Now, coconut oil has a lot of incredible properties. It can improve your blood lipid markers. It can increase HDL while leveling out LDL, which will improve your HDL to LDL ratio, which is much more important than your total cholesterol. It is a rich source of medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs. In fact, over 60% of coconut oil is MCTs. Those MCTs are excellent for pretty much everybody, regardless of whether you have digestive disorders like Crohn's and IBS, or you have a gallbladder removed, because it doesn't require bile to be digested. It basically bypasses the liver, goes right into circulation, and it's used for immediate energy. Yet because it's a fat, it has more energy to be broken down, and it lasts as a more sustained energy than sugar. It also doesn't cause the blood sugar roller coaster because it doesn't have an insulin release, so it creates a fast energy that's sustained over time. Most importantly, it's used preferentially by your brain and muscles, particularly your heart, so it's almost impossible to store it as body fat. That being said, what's the best coconut oil to choose? Well, there's extra virgin coconut oil, there's virgin coconut oil, there's refined coconut oil, there's hydrogenated coconut oil, a whole lot of options. So what do you do? Well, first of all, the best choice is going to be virgin coconut oil. In that case, what they're doing is they're taking the coconut meat, they're drying it out over a low heat over a while, and it's letting that water evaporate, creating the coconut oil. It's unrefined. Nothing's added to it. To be clear though, the next one, extra virgin coconut oil, is simply a marketing term. Unlike olive oil, where there is a clear distinction between virgin and extra virgin, there is no difference between virgin and extra virgin coconut oil. So if a store has both of them and they're both organic, go with the virgin, there's no difference. But refined coconut oil, that's where things get a little bit squirrely. Most companies, they're taking the coconut meat, they're drying it, but then they're applying chemicals. They're using sodium hydroxide or lye, they're using hexane, or a laundry list of other chemicals to speed up the drying process to make it go quicker. But in that process, there's a lot of contaminants, so they have to bleach it and then refine it. Now, that does remove the odor as well as a lot of the taste, coconut oil taste, but that's still a lot of processing to get to the end result. Now, fortunately, there are companies like Nativa that have a steam refined coconut oil without all the chemical additives. So if you want to go with a refined, a more mild taste that can actually be cooked at a higher smoke point, a higher temperature, then you might want to go with Nativa refined. Now, to be clear, the unrefined, the virgin, and the refined, they do have a similar breakdown of fatty acids, but the unrefined still has the polyphenols intact, so they have more antioxidant value. So overall, the unrefined, the virgin, is the way to go. Now, quick little addendum on the MCTs we talked about before. There are three main types. There's caprylic acid, there's capric acid, and there's lauric acid. Now, biochemically, the way they're named, all three are technically MCTs, but lauric acid, which is the most common, it's roughly 50% of coconut oil, is not an MCT oil physiologically. In our body, it does not react the same way. It actually reacts somewhat more similar to a long-chain fatty acid and does require going through the liver. So in terms of ketogenic benefit, in terms of bypassing everything, the caprylic and the capric acid are better overall. So that's where you start getting into fractionated coconut oils. Now in that case, we're going to start seeing different isolates, and that might be one of the few cases where, again, a little bit of processing might be better if you have specific conditions. The caprylic and the capric acid are slightly better for fungi, whereas the lauric acid is better overall for bacteria. So in terms of antimicrobial value, those little bit difference might help. Now, you may notice this rain is starting to come down pretty hard now. So your biggest takeaways for today, choose unrefined virgin coconut oil. That's your best bet. If you're going with refined, make sure you choose Nativa. They're excellent. Either way, hopefully that helped you out. You know what to do. Like and subscribe down below. Share it with your friends. Head over to Instagram and Twitter. Follow me at Mike the Caveman. Over on Facebook at Paleo Promenade Island. And of course, over on MikeTheCaveman.com. That being said, stay dry. And I'll see you tomorrow.